Hello there, it's Serena here, and for the first time on my channel I'm going to be doing some Sims 4 builds. I've recently started getting into that because of the Sims supply, so I'll link him down below because he's big inspiration for why I'm doing this. Today I'm doing a Sims Seasons expansion pack kind of challenge, a build. So everything in here as reasonably possible is going to be from the Sims Seasons expansion pack. At the beginning I was just going through all of the stuff that you can get, so like all the furniture, all the walls. Turns out you can only get exterior walls, you can't get any interior walls, same as flooring. There's no interior flooring, there's no flooring at all actually, if I remember rightly. I know I just scrolled through, I wasn't really paying attention, not gonna lie. So yeah, it was a little bit more difficult than I thought. I was thinking it might have just been kind of, I don't know, I thought there'd be more. Like I know that there's a lot of there's not a lot of build mode stuff, there's a lot of in-play, like in-game stuff that you can do. But I kind of thought, with a full-on expansion, you'd think there'd be a little bit more there. Like there's this one fence that I've had to deal with, but I mean it kind of ties in well because I'm using the same fence throughout. Same door, like it's quite nice, I tend to do that in builds anyway. It's just, there wasn't really too much there, and for like this bit for example, I was wanting to have a conservatory because we've got the new glass roof. But there's just no windows and there's no doors for that, so you think if they put in a glass roof tile they'd put in some sort of window or something along with the Seasons expansion. But yeah, so there wasn't really too much there, and also no 2 space windows, just the whole 1 block or 3 block windows, and I'd rather have a 2 block window. Wait, I might be lying. You've got the one big one there that I put in the sitting room, well what will be the sitting room. But that wouldn't really suit in a bedroom because it's a bit too long. So I don't really want Sims to have, you know, like roof to floor or floor to roof, whatever you want to put it, windows in their bedroom, because it's a little bit unprivate. So I just kind of stuck with the 1 space windows. Yeah, I just kind of thought I'd stack them all up here. Now the whole thing that I'm doing here is I see the Sims Supply do it quite a bit. He kind of builds rooms on top of other rooms that are just going to have a roof there, and I don't particularly know why he does it, and I thought maybe it's to help with getting roofs and that sorted, but as I quickly found out, it doesn't really do anything. So this whole little section here, I'm basically just doing nothing. I love the way that the roof looks right here, like I absolutely love it, but the whole point here is to have a conservatory, and that's to have a glass window. But what I didn't realise is when you put on that little roof there, don't know what roof it's called, it's just the whatever, it gives a wall automatically. So I kind of thought I'd have a play with that and I'd see how that would go, and now that I'm looking back at it I'm thinking, could I maybe have put a window there? But that isn't the point. I don't know, I wasn't really happy with this roof and how it turned out. I think in a minute I do end up making the room a little bit smaller, so I basically get rid of 2 blocks off the room because I really wanted that little curved bit, because I don't think I've ever been in a conservatory that hasn't had a little curved kind of, I don't know, like the diagonal walls, and I tried playing with that roof, it just didn't look very good. So yeah, I just make it a bit smaller here, which is a little bit of a shame because I really wanted it to work like that. I don't know, I wish they had more, I wish there was more ways that you can play around with roofs, and I wish there was, I know there's a cheat somewhere that you can play around with the roof tool. I've never used it, I'm not really, I don't see the point in spending so much time on a roof, even though that's exactly what I just tried doing there, but I don't know, I just wasn't too happy with how it worked. The roof altogether, because I'm trying to do like a little log cabin sort of feel of this house. First of all, that border did not match anything else of the house, which is kind of a bit annoying, so I did just give up on that. But the roof, I don't know, I just wanted some sort of like log roof, which I thought they would maybe put that in since they put in the other walls, but no they didn't. The floors, again, as I mentioned earlier, they actually don't come in this pack, so beyond reason, I've kind of put, you know, floors that I think would match, because I'm trying to go for some sort of kind of like a revamped vlog cabin, and I know the area doesn't really match. I've got like different houses from different builds that will be coming around that really do not match. This is actually in the, I don't even know what it's called, when you get the Get to Work pack, you get that extra area where you put all your restaurants and whatever. I really should have known what this was called beforehand, but I just don't. It's in Beach, by the way, that's all I can tell you. That's what the lot is called. Yeah, I don't know, I really just wanted to be like a nice revamped wood cabin. So in the sitting room there, I did bring in a little bit of the wood because I thought it would be nice to have that kind of accent wall where it did kind of match, and I think it looks quite nice. You know, I think it looks quite. It really tied in the room together. It had a little bit of a split between what will be the dining room and what is the living room. The kitchen and the bathroom, I just kept the tile the same. I later decided that I did not like the way that those cabinets looked in that kitchen, so I do change the colour of them because I tried getting everything to match the wooden theme, but I wasn't actually matching anything else to do with that room, and it just kind of looked quite gross and it did not look nice at all. So yeah, that's me changing them here. Because there are no cabinets and there's really no clutter, like I think you'll see me going through them in a bit, like trying to find clutter, like there's nothing really that nice for the kitchen from Seasons. There's nothing that's very appropriate. So there's nothing there. Like I honestly just couldn't think of anything. You're very restricted from the lighting and from kind of art and stuff like that. I thought there'd be a lot more, but there isn't. I mean, I like the stuff. I haven't actually played the expansion yet. I don't know what it's like for build mode yet. Outside of build mode, sorry. So yeah, I mean, that was all I could do for the kitchen, and it looks so empty. It just looks like what I'd normally do before I've actually ever got into the building, because it's just very plain. There's no clutter, there's nothing there. Like there's no bread bins. Like I love bread bins. Like, there's nothing there. So yeah, I was kind of a bit disappointed in that, but hey ho, I did what I could. I really like the way that this carpet goes. So I obviously made it a bit smaller with the little bracket. Is it like a squared off bracket or whatever it's called? I made it a little bit smaller with that. But I didn't realise that that was the only size dining table you can get, so I kind of shot myself in the foot there. Like I wanted to have a bit of a bigger sitting room, because I mean there's 6 seats in the dining room, but there's only 4 seats in the sitting room, so it doesn't really make much sense, even though this is only going to be like a 3-sim house. So again, it didn't really make much sense, but because that was the biggest table there, I thought, well, I might as well just go for it. And I wanted to try and keep with the theme as much as possible, but yeah, I tried putting a bigger TV in, it just didn't suit. That bookcase is massive. Like, why do they need it that big? Like, I really don't understand. So yeah, in the end, I just kind of made like a little sitting room area with a little, maybe like a study reading area behind, because I thought that looked quite nice. It's very all open plan, but I feel like it does work because it's got all the different colours in it. So you've got the blue for the sitting room, you've got the kind of autumny vibe from the little dining area bit. This candelabra was a pain because I could not get it to sit right. So that's my phone going. Shut up. Yeah, I could not get that to sit right, and it's actually still a little bit further in inside the wardrobe. It's not even a wardrobe, inside the bookcase. But yeah, I kind of gave that a go. These curtains were kind of annoying me. I wanted different curtains, but you had to stick with what you had. And there I just tried getting it to work somewhere, but it just didn't. And I don't know, I wish they had more options for stuff. I mean, yeah, fair enough, they've given you 3 different types of curtains for like everyday use, but they're just the same, and they're not really for small windows, so you do have to make them smaller with that little, the little hack there. But yeah, that's kind of the living space, and the, you've got the living space, the reading room, and the dining room. This bit here is like a little tiny little conservatory. There's no real point to it. I did want something for that table, so I kind of broke the cheat again, and I went for a little stereo because I thought, why not? If it's a nice day, you can just put some music on and relax. You can take a book out there if you wanted to. I really, really do like those lights though. I think they're really stunning. So I shoved a couple of them in there because I don't want too much lighting in there. But yeah, so I feel like you're very limited from stuff you can do. I feel like you can get a lot of really nice stuff, and it is quite nice. But that mirror, for example, I don't really like the colours you can get for this sort of build anyway. Like, I really struggled with that. And then you can't move it down any further. It's a very, very high one, so it's basically sitting along like the top border of the room. And I don't really like that. I mean, I wish you could just lower it down a little bit, but you can't. So yeah, I'm basically just doing what I can. So everything that I can, that's from this expansion, I am just shoving in there, and I'm happy that you do get like a full bathroom and stuff, and it does actually all match. Colours are a little bit annoying though, because they don't really match all together, but whatever. I really like that rainbow rug. That's a really nice rug, and I wish it was bigger. but I thought this is a very bland room, so why not give it a bit of colour? So I put in the purple hand towel, the purple kind of shower towels, the nice rainbow carpet, and I put like a little cabinet here with a bit of blue and a bit of purple in it. I thought that really ties it all together. Just a simple mirror, not from TheSims, because that big mirror is just ridiculous. I don't like that big light, but it was like the only thing different, and it actually kind of matched the room, so whatever. Now this bed I really like, and I really wanted to use it, but I felt like the blues on there didn't really match the blues on the wall or on the floor. This was intended to be like a kind of a kid's room, like a boy's room. I know it's like the whole blue stereotype, but I thought, why not? And that little snowman light is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it'd be like a little tabletop light. No, it's not. But because of that, I decided, right, I'm going to go for a winter theme. Since it's a Seasons house, I want to go for a winter theme. So he's got like a little Scouts book. He's got some Christmas cards and stuff. I like the wall art. I do quite like that, but I did decide to put that. I actually lost where it was. I decided to put that above the bed because I thought it was a little bit empty. So yeah, it's like a nice little winter room. And in this room I thought, I'm just going to go for an autumn theme. Very warm tones. I wish I changed the walls a little bit because they're just very grey, but I don't know, I think it kind of suits. The wood of that chest of drawers does not match the side tables, but it matches the duvet cover. So I thought that would do. I don't know, this was just like a very grown up kind of, obviously it's a parent's room. It's quite minimalistic. I didn't put any paintings behind the bed or on the wall with the door. And I kind of wish I did, but at the same time I feel like it suits a bit better because, I don't know, you just got to look at a nice detailing there when you walk out by the chest of drawers. And I don't know, I quite like it, but I just feel like there's nothing really there. I miss putting all the clutter everywhere, like there isn't enough clutter. Like I miss putting the little, I didn't do it often, but I miss putting like the part of the clothing on the floor, or like a load of different plants all over the chest of drawers, or like makeup, but you don't get that, and because you don't get it in this expansion, I didn't really want to put it in the game, in this build, so I just didn't. And then the outside deck, again I just went for a very autumn theme, like bringing the adult bedroom outside into the decking. I did consider moving the door into the hallway, but I thought the hallway would then be a bit too cramped, so I just didn't. But it has got a paddling pool, so kids can come through, but obviously with their mum's permission. And I really like that light, so yeah. This final little bit was a little lantern and a coffee table, and I struggled with that, but I think I made it work. It's one of those things with the move objects cheat. But yeah, so this, I haven't got any screenshots for this, because I haven't figured out how to work the cinematic mode yet. I know how to do it, you press tab and stuff like that, but I haven't really quite got the hang of it down yet, so when I do get that down I'll start adding in screenshots a bit more. But I mean, this will be available on the gallery when I work out how to do that, so yeah, I'll leave like all the details below on how to get to my gallery and stuff like that in the description. But yeah, so I'm just kind of figuring out a garden here. Like, I'm not one for landscaping, I'm just not. That's not what I do. I build the house and that's about it. I hate landscaping because I don't know how to make it look good. I don't know how to make it look random and nice and pretty. So I just don't, and that's kind of my solution to that. But so yeah, I haven't got any screenshots and I do apologise for that. But I mean, you've seen all the walls. I had them up for a lot of the builds. And I do kind of put them all up and I do a little spin around. Okay, maybe I don't. So I spin around the house all together. So yeah, leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. Give me a quick comment if you have any suggestions of what I could do next. If you have any, anything that I could have done better for this build, I'm always open to a bit of constructive criticism, as long as it's constructive. And if you liked my videos and if you liked what you watched, then give me a subscribe and I will see you when I see you. Bye.